deals with an issue with the window becoming disconnected from the track that moves it up. Now the window kind of is like, you know, loose on the... Well, there's plenty of videos that show you how to take this off, and they're really, really good. I saw a bunch of videos online and they're very informative, but I'm just doing this video to fill in the gaps on my 2004, it's 2004 to 11, I think, Toyota Sienna van. And it also addressing certain issues regarding the lubrication. As long as you have this thing opened up, then just do the lubrication. Probably need to lube this gear mechanism. We're gonna have to stick our hands in there and lube it with this moly grease. I am dealing with an issue where I broke a piece of plastic. You're probably gonna need to watch a few videos, including this one. This thing got broken off. My car got kind of broken into. And this thing is supposed to be a channel piece. This channel mates up to the glass. It got broken, so actually it mates like this here. Now the window kind of is like, you know, back loose. Now this side is good. Well, there's plenty of videos that show you how to take this off, and they're really, really good. So they basically have these clips that pop off, but sometimes you have to make sure that sometimes they'll pop off and they'll be, you know, still attached, but sometimes they'll be attached to this piece. Sometimes they'll be attached to the trim piece. And basically what I'm dealing with here is I've got an issue where the window, this window comes with these things pre-attached. And there's plenty of videos that show you how to, there's some special stuff that they put on this. It's from 3M, it's hard to get. But this channel is got two sides to it, this channel here, and it's still attached and everything's fine. So we're gonna have attached this just one side. And the only thing that I can think of to use for that is this 5200 sealant. It's really common. And but it does have a curing time of up to 7 days. But I don't think it's going to be a problem, because what I'm going to do is raise this glass and just don't move it. It's just going to be locked into place. So once you put this 5200 on, you're going to have to you know, raise the window. And the other videos, if you don't have my problem, maybe the other videos will be just fine. But it's basically about like this, that I'm going to just put the 5200 on in this slot here, and I only have one. I'm going to have to do it two-handed, so you're going to probably see it later. And then what I did was I just scraped all the excess off here. I used one of these, used this from the bottom, and then I used some pliers with a razor blade and scraped on this. And then I got some emery cloth here, and then I roughed this up quite a bit. Now I don't really have good access to the back, but it's not going to be an issue here. But a lot of people are reporting on some videos that, and you'll probably see better ones on the internet, you need to do your searches, but this stuff is, I guess, comes off sometimes. And then it, you know, of course this plastic piece is good, so you just got to rebond it. Also going to do is put a little more 5200 in here, rough this up a little bit with sandpaper, and put that in again, and, you know, bond it there. But what you're going to need to expect is that probably if you've got an older car, you're going to need to put some grease on. And what I used is white lithium grease. I'll have to show you. I don't know what happened to it, but it's white lithium grease that I applied here. And then the other thing you're going to have to do is probably, you can hopefully see in there, there's a channel that runs, that the glass runs in. See, you can see this channel, and you're going to have to put silicone in this. And another lube point, probably use that white lithium grease so the other problem that I ran into was this speaker. When I pulled it out, you'll see in other videos where the speaker attaches here, but it turns out that the speaker was kind of blown around the edges. There's this thing, it just kind of gave way. Now, I don't know if it's still functional, but you might want to order speakers before you do this job. There's a gear mechanism down here that you can kind of see here, and that gear mechanism has to also be lubed. Now, this motor is pretty good, I think, but this gear mechanism, we're going to have to stick our hands in there and lube it with this moly grease. So you can see now what I'm talking about. I've got the camera shined up inside the door where the speaker hole is. And this wheel here is going to need to get greased up with moly grease because it is totally dry. I think what I'm going to do is probably clean it up just a little bit with some paint thinner first, and then I'm gonna put moly grease on it. So you can see that I got some beer here. Got some one of these. It's like a chemical brush you can get for 10 like about $1 at Home Depot. And then I've got some paint thinner. And then I've got that 3M marine sealant, and then I've got this white lithium grease that I'm using for the track that has the plastic piece in. And then I didn't have anything. I would have probably used marine grease, but I couldn't use I found this grease anyway. Somebody online said don't use this lithium grease, use the marine grease. And then what I'm going to use for the channels is this stuff here. That's going to be, or at least a lot of the mechanism that is not the track, that, you know, where it's the scissor mechanism. I'm probably going to use this on that. And then I'm also probably going to use this silicone grease, possibly in the slots, if I can find a way to deliver the silicone down in the slots. I'm going to probably try to put some of that in the tracks also. Probably is about the best place in the world to be looking at to be working on your car, right? Yeah, a lot of people have it a lot worse than this. Anyway, the wind died, so I can't go wing foiling, so I decided to use some time and fix this. This is my Maui car, so I just kind of fix it as I go. You know, if it's good weather at the beach, then I just fix it here. It's pretty nice. Anyway, so now I got the window rolled up all the way, right? So that gave me access to this gear where I was able to put the moly grease up there, which I showed you before, right? And this is the speaker hole, so we kind of put it up there and on the gear drive. Okay, so now let's check this out. See that channel right there? We need to grease this channel, and there's one on the other side. So let's see. Let me show you. Yeah, you see it on the other side. It goes way up there. So I think if you want to do the lower part, you can basically put this grease. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this stuff, right? You get it at the scuba store. I use it for all kinds of scuba stuff, but it's pretty good. Promised. So this is just a screwdriver with a rubber glove, and I'm just gonna put it in that slot, maybe use my pinky finger. So this is Ka'a Beach, and just for a little break. What you're gonna be forever doing is you're gonna be plugging this plug right here into the switch, and that way you can raise and lower the window and, you know, access whatever you need to access for this lubrication step. We lubed all the way to about here, and then we can lube the rest here. The lithium grease on the track there. I'm gonna put this guy in, and hopefully, and then I'm gonna go full up with a window. And so, and then this guy's going to be fully, it's going to have 5200, and it's just going to be setting with a full up condition, and then I'm going to pretty much be done. I probably won't put the panel back on for a few days. It's supposed to set something like 2 days, and then it's fully cures in 7 days, I think. It will be probably usable after about 3 days. I'm not going to be opening this window for a while. You can see I've got the 5200 there, and the lithium grease, and the only other thing I need to do is apply some spray on this scissor here, and then that will probably lube that scissor okay. There's a scissor joint there that I need to just put some silicone spray on. And then over here, you can see I put the 5200, and then I also took my finger and went around the backside with 5200 just to make sure that that is sealed right. And then what I'm gonna do is go full up on this window. I raise the window, raise the window full up. See how the 5200 is set in place with the window all the way up. There's that side. So I believe that it's probably okay to drive now. And just to make sure, I might not put everything back together here again. I was forced to do all this to this door here, but now that I have all the stuff purchased, I'm thinking about doing the other door now. So one of the issues with corrosion is sometimes if you get water in these doors, you get corroded, and then you get, down here you get corrosion. So I'm going to spray some of this down in the bottom of this door, and any other areas that you're starting to think you got corrosion, just give it a couple of shots, and then possibly just coat a little bit of a silicone coating on that silicone grease coating on that. Just make sure you can use that white lithium, and you can do these places too, and anything that just kind of looks like it's going to get corroded, just hit it with this.